wouldn't it be cool if there was a way to basically translate that into a more expressive thing for your kind of cartoonish or expressive avatar? And there are multiple ways to do that. You can view them as two discrete points. And okay, maybe, if a designer sells one thing, then it actually comes in a pack and there's two, and you can use either one on that. But I actually think this stuff might exist more as a spectrum in the future. I do think the direction on some of the AI advances that is happening to be able to, especially stuff around like style transfer, being able to take a piece of art or express something and say, okay, paint me, this photo in the style of Gauguin, or whoever it is that you're interested in. Take this shirt and put it in the style of what I've designed for my expressive avatar. I think that's going to be pretty compelling.
And so the fashion, you might be buying like a generator, like a closet that generates a style, and then like with the gowns, they'll be able to infinitely generate outfits, thereby making it. So the reason I wear the same thing all the time is I don't like choice. You've talked about the same thing, but now you don't even have to choose. Your closet generates your outfit for you every time, and so you have to live with the outfit it generates.
I mean, you could do that. Although, no, I think I think some people will, but I think that there's going to be a huge aspect of just people doing creative commerce here. So I think that there is going to be a big market around people designing digital clothing. But the question is, if you're designing digital clothing, do you need to design? If you're the designer, do you need to make it for each kind of specific discrete point along a spectrum? Or are you just designing it for kind of a photorealistic case or an expressive case? Or can you design one and have it translate across these things? If I buy a style from a designer who I care about, and now I'm a dragon, is there a way to morph that so it like goes on the dragon in a way that makes sense? And that I think is an interesting AI problem, because you're probably not going to make it so that that designers have to go design for all those things. But the more useful the digital content is that you buy in a lot of uses, in a lot of use cases, the more that economy will just explode. And that's a lot of what all of the we were joking about NFTs before, but I think a lot of the promise here is that if the digital goods that you buy are not just tied to one platform or one use case, they end up being more valuable, which means that people are more willing and more likely to invest in them, and that just spurs the whole economy.